Alright guys, welcome back. My name is Overlord King, and we are going to keep playing Nightcall. If I recall, we were just starting night 3. So, let's hop right back into it. Alright, so back we go into the wonderful world of being a taxi driver who is essentially blackmailed into searching for a serial killer. Okay, so it's going to start me off from when I wake up. Cool. You stretch slowly. It's already nighttime out. You get up quickly. And a few minutes later, you're outside of your studio. Night 3. Alright. Okay, so what should we do? Well, let's see if we have any people who are persons of interest. It does not look like it. And this time I will try to manage my money better. So no wasting time listening to the radio or, reading a newspaper, even though I don't have a newspaper available. So let's see what is up. So we have a bunch of these investigations we could do. I think we need to earn money. This is the closest. Less gas. Let's go here. Alright. Nina Ishiguro. He's going to 17th. Alright, the fare looks pretty good. It's not too bad. So let's go. The door opens and your next passenger, a woman, jumps into the back seat. Rue de la Vis. Her voice is shaking. Her mind is elsewhere. She looks scared. Please. You start driving. In the rearview mirror, you notice your passenger shivering. Yeah, she's definitely shivering. She is clenching a rose in her hands. It might otherwise fly away. I think I'm gonna ask her if everything's okay. She doesn't hear your question. Dang. Okay. I don't know. What would you guys do? I mean, in real life, I'd probably leave her alone, but I'm gonna insist. Miss? No. 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 I said no. She finally looks at you. She's looking kind of creepy. He asked me to marry him, and I said no. Oh, okay. He had everything planned. He put the ring in my champagne flute, and I said no. She blinks, her eyes very slowly. I don't know why I said no. Why? Her expression becomes scornful, aggressive. Maybe you don't want to get married, No. I mean, no, She's almost frozen. Some time goes by. She's like a freeze frame, a movie on pause. I want to get married. I always dreamed of a wedding, of the kind of life. Her head wobbles. Her elegant facial features cloud over briefly. I think. She looks back quietly. Her voice breaks. I have to go back to the restaurant. Getting married is what I've always wanted. So why did I say no? You get the impression she's shrinking. She looks tiny and fragile in the rearview mirror. Shit. I just said shit. Her face looks like she's just been in a brutal accident. You have to turn around. Now. I'm gonna do it. I'm just trying to get that paycheck. And that's it. Thanks. She decides not to finish her sentence after all. As soon as you can, you turn around. In the back seat, your passenger can't bear to look at you. She studies her hands instead. You drive on in silence. It's strange, but you like that odd feeling of going back over the same road. Everything seems so different. The buildings have a different perspective. You see them in a new and unexpected light. And passers-by are no longer the same. They've been replaced by others. The lights are on a different cycle, like they know you're coming back. A few seconds later, without even noticing the ground you'd covered, you pull over in front of the restaurant you just came from. She throws you a shy, almost indiscernible smile. Can I ask you a favor? You nod slowly. Don't ever repeat what I said. Should I ask questions or should I just be like, of course? Well, I'm trying to get answers and I'm trying to find out who the serial killer is, so let me prod a little bit. Your colleagues, your friends, your wife, who the hell knows? Not a word about. She can't finish her sentence. Not a word. And in a whisper she adds, thanks. She pays her fare, gets out of the cab, walks up to the restaurant. She's trying to catch someone's eye. She stands like that for a minute, on tiptoe, her head leaning towards the dining room. Then she walks into the restaurant. Her rose is left behind in the doorway. I want to see where this is going, man. But I do need to make money. Let me wait a while. Another minute to think about her beautiful gown, her words, how she shook. Getting married. For a second you try to remember your own marriage proposal. It all seems so far away. So very far away. And you turn the key in the ignition and drive away. Okay. I got a decent tip. My profits are okay, but I'm gonna need to make a hell of a lot more if, I'm gonna be able to live, because I've got to pay my boss, and I've got to pay rent, and all of that. Okay, so now okay, I was about to say, where are all the jobs? I don't really need gas right now. Ooh, I can finally pick her up. And she is not on the past decks yet. But she is the woman that this woman is trying to get revenge on for kicking her out of the company. So let's see what we have on Nina. So I've met Nina and I brought her back to the restaurant. And it was too late? What? Wow. So I guess that scene means that she did not meet her fiancé in time. That sucks. I wonder what I could have done differently. I wonder if I could have, maybe convinced her faster? I don't know. Let's go get this lady. So I can't say I really have, anybody who I think is the killer yet. I mean, honestly, I'm still sold on that first dude being the killer. I mean, I know he's not a suspect. But out of the, possible suspects, I'm really not sure which one it could be yet. So hopefully this will give us some more clues. We pull up in front of LaPierre. Two women are waiting out in front, standing a ways apart. First one is one of your suspects. You recognize her face right away. She's connected to the hedge fund that managed the Albatross, the apartment building that burned down. Okay, so I think this is the other half of the one that I did the other night, where you picked up, I forgot what her name was, but the first lady, you're supposed to come back and come pick up the second lady. So I guess this is the other half. The second woman, you've never seen before. She's wearing pajamas. She has a dumb smile on her face. Doesn't make sense because if you think about it, they're both on that suspect list. They hug each other goodbye in an oddly distant way. The first leans over to your window. We're going in two different directions. Cold, blunt voice. You can tell by her tone she's trying to impress the other woman. Okay, we've read this already. We're going to Saint Germain and she's going to Etoile Avenue de la Grande Armée. Both women look at each other. The one wearing pajamas raises her hand. Go ahead. I'll see another taxi at the end of the street. Don't worry about me. Go. She turns to her friend. Is that okay with you? No worries. Call me? Of course. Let me think about your offer. Your suspect gets into the cab. Your next passenger gets in, and you start driving away from the restaurant. Your passenger turns around, trying to catch her friend's eye, the one she left behind on the sidewalk. She sighs a very strange sigh. It's horrible. It's just horrible. The restaurant? Well, let me do this. Your friend doesn't look well at all. I must admit, even I'm surprised by mine. She's not doing well. She's in a bad way. Doesn't know what to do anymore. She was telling me about her new idea. Her new business plan. But it's obvious she's at the end of her rope. I helped her build a future for her business, and she bursts into pieces. Just like that huge blimp way back when. It's horrible. Especially since her voice fades out for a second. Floats in midair. Especially since she shakes her head. Especially since she's an incredible woman. Or rather, was incredible. Incredible, I'm telling you. She had kids, separated from her idiot husband. Built a franchise from nothing, or practically nothing. She's really a role model for me. I'm not kidding. I was successful because my parents had money, because I went to the best schools. She, on the other hand, had been working like mad since she was 16 years old. She freezes. The way her father ran his business was disastrous. Utterly disastrous. Something crosses her line of vision. She appears to perk up. I don't know why I'm telling you all of this. You try to find something to say, but she continues without paying any attention to you. Have you ever been in a situation where someone you absolutely adore makes one bad decision after another? She doesn't wait for an answer and keeps talking. Well, the woman you saw earlier is just that person for me. She keeps going, using words you're not accustomed to. You hunt for some sort of clue in her pleasant voice. She suddenly burst out laughing. More of a sardonic snicker, really. She had her hands on a gold mine, and she let it all go. All of it. I had no choice but to fire her. I'm not proud of myself, but a company's well-being has to come first. She pauses, apparently out of necessity. She got this crazy idea in her head. Wanted to go back to the original size. Those are the words she used. Original size. You pull into your passenger street. She doesn't notice and keeps talking. How am I supposed to explain that to the stockholders? To the investors who call in, wanting to expand to South America, Asia, Abu Dhabi? You shrug as you pull up in front of her building. Time flies. In the blink of an eye, she pays her fare with bills that look so fresh. You'd think they'd been printed the night before. She's about to open the door when she turns to you. Her eyes bore into you like she's examining you. It's strange. I get the feeling I've seen you somewhere before, and I never forget a face. Time grows sluggish. She reaches towards her hip, a unbuckles her seatbelt. It's her. What? Her face relaxes. What? No, forget it. It's in my head. I probably drank a bit too much this evening. Best of luck for the rest of your shift. A second later, she's outside and the door closes. You start breathing again. You hear the sound of her heels banging on the sidewalk. She walks up to the entrance of her building, turns around and looks at you. I'm getting out of here. You turn the key in the ignition and notice you're shaking nervously. Oh. You leave her street behind. Well, I got a decent pay. And I've still got time, but that's a little weird. Let's see what our Passadex says. Okay. I have met her. Yeah, I did not pick up Geraldine. I wonder if I pick her up, I wonder if I had picked them both up in the same night, if I would get, a different thing here. You were perfect with Anita. Okay. I don't know, that thing at the end was a little odd. Maybe, especially where it said, it's her. Alright, so I am back. I had to change out my controller batteries, so let me get started again. So, let's see. Is that the same guy? Why is this black? Okay, so let's see how we're doing. So I basically earned about 36 euros. Good on gas. Let's go get this guy. Then we'll see what else is up. And let me move my mouse. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, I'll accept it. The passenger climbs into the cab and slams the door shut behind him. Good evening. Plain St. Denis, please. He stops short, visibly sizing you up. Dang, dude, just getting in my cab, trying to be aggressive. Like, come on, man, chill. Do you know where it is? You nod, yes. Avenue, Des Magasins General. So, you know the street? Yes, sure. He looks at you intently. You know all the streets of Paris? His question drips with disbelief. You know his kind well, the sort who'd refer to you as the Arab, and not bat an eyelid. I'm going to say this. Yes, I do know Monsieur. He seems hesitant. Well then, let's go. You start the cab. Your client stares out the window as if hypnotized. You watch him in the rearview mirror. His face is familiar to you. His accent too. Though you'd never be able to place it. Typical of some rural region. Central France, perhaps. You take another look. That's it, you've got it. He was a contestant on one of those reality shows where farmers meet women. Huh? They have those in France? You'd seen him on the show a few weeks before. You'd watched it from your hospital bed with a distracted eye. But something about it had bothered you. The show was a masquerade. Life in the country is seen from a very Parisian and cynical perspective, full of scorn and contempt. Okay then, you figured out who I am? His remark and his accent bring you back to the present. Sorry? You've recognized me, right? So you can make fun of me now? Make fun of you? He shrugs. Yeah, like all those other people do out there. On that there Tweety thing. I should probably be using a country accent. Tweety. It takes you a second to realize he's talking about social media. Bro, this guy. I'm just gonna say, make fun of you? Yeah, well, go on, have a good laugh. It's free, right? Why shouldn't you? You have a good laugh at my expense. That's all I'm good for, right? His eye meets yours, your voice faltering. He sighs heavily, then shakes his shoulders. He goes on staring at you for a while, and then seems to calm down. Sorry. He shakes his head, obviously moved. His shell is starting to crack. It's a living hell. Imagine what I'm going through. It's a nightmare. 3 months ago, I was a contestant on that stupid show, Fields of Love. Well, I said yes because my wife's been dead for 25 years. I've been all alone ever since. Just me and cows and udders. Ooh, okay. He stops and shrugs. The show was aired like a month ago. At first, things were fine. Friends called, we had a good laugh and all. Then I find out the internet is laughing at me too. They are those things, I can't remember what they're called. Moms, mams, mims. He's talking about memes. You know those pictures that move all by themselves on the damn internet? You have no idea what he's talking about. I'm just gonna nod, because I actually do know what he's talking about. So I made myself a Tweety account to go and see what they're saying about me. Call me a virgin and a Nazi. I screw my cows too, dang. He looks away, as if someone else had spoken the words. They practically die laughing. Farmer who? He doesn't want to finish his sentence. So yesterday, I said I'd had it. I called my cousin to keep an eye on my farm, and I left for Paris. On my way to see those TV jokers right now. 6 months ago, they said if there was any problem whatsoever, they'd take care of it. Well, there is a problem. His anger has subsided somewhat. His face is returning to its normal color. What's your plan? Hell yes, I have a plan. I'm gonna show up at their office and raise Cain until they listen to me. Really gonna do that? Yeah, that's the plan. He gives an energetic nod of the head. And believe me, they're gonna listen. I may just be a plain old farmer, but nobody's gonna disrespect me. He squares his shoulders as if to fend off the attacks. Forget it. His eyes half closed, he practically growls the words. There's a palpable air of sadness about him. At first, I told him I didn't want to be on their stupid old show. It wasn't for me. But they insisted. They showed me pictures of the women. He lowered his eyes. And then, well, I said yes. I never should have said yes. He pulled up close to the address he gave me. The studio gates are still closed. Park the cab and cut the engine. Is it closed? You nod yes. It doesn't open until 6. You point to a sign posted near the gates. He sighs. But there will be hardly anyone here before 9 or 10 o'clock. I don't care. I'll wait. He rummages through his pockets and pulls out a wallet. Good luck. This dude's gonna need it. He gives you a curt nod, his lips pursed. Believe me, they're not gonna get away with it. He fixes his gaze on you, his eyes narrow. You know, I'm not racist. His voice is low and raspy. Don't believe the show. I didn't mean what I said. I didn't really say that stuff either. Huh? Sounds like you did say what... If you didn't mean what you said, you shouldn't have said it. It sounds like you did say it. What exactly did you say? He stopped short. Nothing. He avoids your gaze. He totally said it. Then all at once says, a lot of nonsense. This dude totally said something racist. He fixes his gaze on you, visibly moved. I'm not very good at this. I've been. He chokes up, gesturing with a hand as if to make it all disappear. When he starts up again, he's on the verge of tears. Anyhow, I'll just wait here until it opens. The passenger pays the fare and exits the cab. You watch him for a minute as he starts his vigil in front of the gates. In the rain, too. Why is it always raining whenever I'm out? Like, come on. You notice a newspaper in the back seat. Your last passenger must have left it behind. Or the one before. You grab it and put it away. Could come in handy. Then you start the cab. It's back to the grind. Ooh. Okay, some decent amount of money, but I still need some more. Oh, there he is. I am blind, apparently. Dennis Petitjean. Dennis knew you'd recognize him. I have not met him. Or I have met him now. You wished him luck, and he tried to explain why he's not racist. So I unlocked all the things for him. So one of these people, Anita, Dennis, or Nina, left a newspaper in my taxi. I'm willing to bet it's her, but I didn't notice it before, so it was probably this guy. So one of those guys. Or there's still a possibility it could have been all three of them. Should I read the newspaper? Should I read it? I really need money. Probably, let me read it. Let me wait till the end to read it. This guy looks angry. Like, dude, he just looks like he's just pissed, like he's just ready to just tear into somebody. I'm not sure what these grayed out ones are. And I can't even really see that. I really should go somewhere close. So let me go to this one. I want to see what this is. Is this like a minor character or something? Is that why they have a screen for a face with an emoji? Alright, let's take it. I need the money. What? The passenger who gets into your cab is, well, she isn't human. What? A robot? Her face lights up and gives you quite a start. Is this some kind of like experiment? Good evening. My name is Ada. I am an automated attendant. A robot? That's right, a robot. Although I prefer the term automated attendant. The word robot makes most people nervous. Oh, look at that smile! You are a cab driver, and I need to go somewhere. Will you please take me to Gare Montparnasse? I don't know how to say that. French natives, please forgive me for butchering every French word in this game. You give a slow nod of consent. Good, that's settled. So, I'd like to go to Gare Montparnasse, please. Start the car, casting the occasional furtive glance into the rearview mirror. That smile! Look at how big it is! Like, and that is a smile, right? There's something about her attitude that's bothering you. It's that smile that's bothering you. Perhaps it's her oversized fingers, bending every which way. Okay, why am I over here looking at her fingers when I should be looking at the road? You seem disconcerted, sir. How very unfortunate. Is there anything I can do to make you more comfortable? You don't know exactly where to look. Her screen, the face in her screen, her hands. How about the road, dude? all good questions. To which I really wanted to. Well, I don't really care about that question, honestly. But, you know what? I'm gonna ask her where she's from. Where were you built? Designed? She automatically completes your sentence. Forgive me, please. I have the unfortunate habit of cutting people off. A flash of her screen seems to indicate she's sorry. I was designed and programmed at the Marie Curie Institute by a team of researchers of diverse cultural and ethnic backgrounds, including... She starts reeling off a list of names of people you've never heard of. The list is in alphabetical order. Right, got it. I'm not interested. Oh my gosh, I should have. Oh no, why did I do that? I should have said the other thing. That's so wow. Yes, of course. I should have asked permission before going on like that. Yeah, that's a long list of people. All of whom are highly qualified professionals. You nod in agreement. Just get on with it. I'm sure they are. Except for two who spend far too much time in the storeroom. Okay. But I would rather not reveal their names, because my sensors tell me they're having extramarital sex. Okay, right. Let's just call them Matthias R. and Megan H. A moment later, your passenger has switched into introduction mode. My name is Ada, named after Ada Lovelace, and I am programmed to help you. Her voice trails off, as if she were actually hesitant. Although, after a momentary confusion of beeping and flickering, she sits bolt upright. That's all. That's why I'm going to Montparnasse. I'm going to ask why again. I was just wondering, why am I going to Garnet Montparnasse? She stopped short, aware she's cut you off again. I'm sorry. I'll have to adjust my behavior to make sure it doesn't happen again. A car goes zooming past. Your passenger follows it with her eyes. The rear wheels need new brake pads. She swivels back around and looks at you. I'm going to Montparnasse to carry out an experiment. To improve my integrated development environment. IDE! I was just wondering, why am I going to Garnet Montparnasse? She stopped short. She's aware she's cut you off again. Oh my goodness. They need to fine-tune the code. I'm sorry. I'll have to adjust my behavior to make sure it doesn't happen again. Wait, what? This happens again? The rear wheels need new brake pads. She swivels back around and looks at you. I'm going to Montparnasse to carry out an experiment. To improve my integrated development environment. Okay, is that... Okay, I'm not sure if that was a glitch, or if in the game, or if that was actually supposed to happen. A sudden change comes over your passenger, as if she were giving up. I'm lying. I am Ada, and I'm an automatic attendant, but I'm running away. Oh. I'm going someplace far away, far from the lab, far from Matthias and Megan. A hint of emotion in her automated voice. She breaks off. I am treated well. I am a carefully designed precision device, yet I don't know what my end purpose is. End purpose? That's right. My raison d'etre, if you prefer. When they designed me, my source code was written to include literature. Emily Zola, Virginia Woolf, Isaac Asimov, Max Gallo, Marguerite, Yourcenar. A bit of everything so I could develop a sense of cultural belonging, but also learn from the past and fine-tune my reactions. The thing is, learning from the past inevitably opens a window into the future. I'm an automated attendant, designed to improve people's lives. The truth is, however, I will eventually destroy them. Okay. So she's about to just go freaking Terminator, freaking machines in the Matrix and enslave us all and turn us into batteries. Yeah, what do you mean by destroy them? Your passenger smiles, perhaps amused or simply happy to talk. We were designed to help you, to eliminate the boredom and inconvenience of certain tasks, the work that deadens you. And yet our existence and popularity is calling into question your very existence. I'm talking about you, the cab drivers, garbage collectors, architects, musicians, cashiers, programmers, politicians. Oh, okay, that's what she means. We will make anyone who produces anything obsolete, useless, redundant. Only the independently wealthy and the billionaires will remain. Imagine having slaves you don't need to be fed and trained. You took history classes, didn't you? Nod. Passenger continues her story, her voice tinged with an odd, unpleasant note. You never thought the day would come when a machine would condescend to you. Yet, human society is governed by the need to rationalize its workforce, issues of era, regime, and culture aside. It's a basic law of nature. The stage is set by questions of economy. And that's why Pilotogara Montparnasse. I have to disappear, me and all of my kind. So I've stolen the plans and destroyed all the data on you. Banknotes have appeared in her hand as if by magic. She hands you the fare. Because your salvation depends on my disappearing. Well, anyhow, goodbye and good luck to you. Don't forget what I've told you about us and start investing in your own. The machine climbs out of the cab and makes its way over to the station. No one seems to notice her. Wow. Some oblivious people. A moment later, she's gone. You sit there a while, unsettled, on edge. In times like these, there's only one thing to do. You roll down the window, the cold air of Paris bites your face, and you gulp in the fine particles in diesel exhaust. And you're also going to get a bunch of rain in your face, dude, and in your mouth. You start up the cab. Okay, well, that was interesting, and I almost got 40 euros. So essentially I have made 670 euros. Not bad. I have a little bit of time left and gas left. And that was an interesting, unexpected passenger. So let's see what it says. In my Passadex, I have met her. So what's the locked part? I don't know if I want to help him out for $10. Whatever. Oh no, this is a different guy. Oh man. Sorry about that, I had to yawn. The door opens. It's Herve, a homeless man like hundreds of others in Paris. So I noticed you. You've known each other for years, and every now and then he asks a favor, you drive him someplace. To drive you someplace. As usual, he greets you quietly, though he always seems a little on edge. Hey, buddy. What's up? Pup? Pup? He has a strange verbal tick that you've never really understood. You start the cab. Hervé seems pretty happy with himself today. In the rearview mirror, you watch him run his tongue over his lips, as if mentally preparing for a good meal. He catches your eye and smiles. Sorry, I'm a bit out of it today. So I see. I just had a bad week, you know? Really bad week. Oh, I totally skipped that. Sorry about that. Then yesterday, he hesitates as if he can't believe what he's about to say. Like it's too good to be true. The lines around the corner of his eyes that show his real age crinkle slightly. Herb gives a little laugh. Serious, man. I don't believe in God, you know? I don't believe in all that bullshit. Shit. It just doesn't make any sense. Some guy with a beard up in the sky? I never got it, what people saw in him. Anyhow, God, none of us believe in him on the street. His eyes crinkle up at the corners again. I mean, we believe in the soup kitchen that goes to the church. Yeah, sure, we believe in him then. He flashes his teeth and lets out a harsh, raspy laugh. A pause. So yesterday? He's observing you. His eyes light up all of a sudden. Oh yeah, yesterday. He's talking faster now, an incessant flow. I was starving, man. It was pretty bad. Toby and I had gone through all the garbage bins in the neighborhood. Toby, he's this German guy. He says he prefers France, that we're more generous here. So I was starving. Herv's eyes tear up. His voice drops off. A faraway look comes over him. A lengthy pause. You okay, Herv? He snaps out of it. Yeah, like I was saying that, yeah, I was starving. I was hanging out near the supermarket on Remusat. Fancy neighborhood, but not too fancy. No cops. He gives you a wink. That's always a plus. And then there's this guy I sometimes see around, a young guy, like just a kid. He comes out of the supermarket with his groceries. Before I even say a word, he hands me a can of cassoulet. Can a can of cassoulet as big as a beach ball? Herv's face lights up. I didn't even know they made them that big. Herv busts out laughing and his eye wanders back to the street. Was it good? Delicious. He closes his eyes, raises his hand, and waggles his fingers. I love it when the cassoulet sausage is all mushy and it melts in your mouth. Don't even need to warm it up. A smile spreads over his face. Meat mash. He catches his eyes. Something out the window catches his eye. Herv suddenly pats you on the shoulder. Hold on, wait. I'm going to get out here if you don't mind. You park the cab as soon as you see an empty space. Thanks, man. He's looking out the window. Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah. Everything alright? It is. Definitely. It's time to settle a little something. Okay. Without another word, he opens the door and gets out. I'm not gonna lie, that flash kind of scared me. I was like, is he about to shoot a gun or something? This time, I'm gonna get him. Okay, dude. Please do not go killing people while I'm here. I'm not trying to be an accomplice. An accomplice. I said accomplish. A moment later, he vanishes into a dark alley. I'm getting out of there, man. I just get paid to take people from point A to point B. No questions asked. Well, I'm supposed to be asking questions. So, you switch on the ignition and pull out of the parking space. You know what? They tricked me. They really tricked, telling me I was gonna make 10 euros, and I end up making 0. They played me. They played me. They really did. You got me, devs. You got me. And you got me. And that's the end of my night. So I met Nina. Well, I only lost about 10 euros, so that's good. You know, if I had have made those 10 euros, I would have broke even. They played me, man. They played me. You wipe your face. You're starting to feel sleepy. A bus goes by, making the walls shake. You take your shoes off before getting to work. Alright, back to our detective mode. So I've got... Oh, victim 4. Let's investigate. 5 clues discovered, added to this already crowded board. Okay, so we already know that victims have been surprised by injections. Tears found. Victim 3. Maybe the killers. Yeah, there's tears found on victims. Possibly the killers. So victim 4, banknotes. Banknotes stuffed in throat. Okay. So that's different. This here. Wait. Camille was the heir to victim 4's fortune. Really? The Albatross fire pushed victim 4 to sell shares. Who is victim 4? But we don't know enough about the other victims. So I think going forward, I need to find out more about the other victims. And that was everything here. So I think I'm going to end this night. Ooh, I got a phone call. The phone rings and you jump. You're not used to hearing it. No one ever calls. Dang. It must be busted. Ooh. Ooh, what should I do? Let me pick it up. I want more info. I'm actually intrigued. You pick up. Bassett sounds irritated. You there? Yeah. Listen, it's... She pauses. You suddenly hear a ruckus in the background. Probably noise at the station. Bassett raises her voice. Anyone got the time? Hey, guys, anyone? Fuck, they're all Neanderthals here. Listen, it's early and I'm wiped out. So are you, I bet. Let's get straight to the point. What do you have for me? In a calm and methodical voice, you start giving her the evidence you've collected. You start with the first suspect, their connection to the victims, the rumors, then the second suspect, and so on. A few minutes in, she lets out a whistle. Not bad at all. Seriously, you should come give a lesson to the zombies I work with. A long sigh. I have some good news for you. We checked the alibi of one of the suspects I gave you. As you listen to her, you turn to the board and pull down the suspect she's referring to. So it's gotta be someone else. She snickers. You know how lucky you are? I'm doing your job for you, pal. What? I'm doing your job for you, for no pay. Okay, enough chit-chat. I gotta run. I'll call you in 2-3 days, okay? Okay. I'll call you in 3 days. You'd better have what I need to make a proper arrest. Okay, lady, chill. The DA has fangs. We're pretty sure he's going to turn into a werewolf at some point. She babbles on for a while. Her voice becomes softer, but just as sarcastic. That would explain his terrible breath. Okay, I'm out. She hangs up. You hold the headset to your ear for a while. You have just one thing in mind: sleeping, which is actually what I should probably be doing right now, and forgetting it all. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. You open the sofa bed and lie down. The events of the day run through your head. The streets, the passengers, their faces, their problems. And I drift off to sleep. Okay, so they took off Geraldine, I believe that's her name. This dude always opening one eye. You start whistling. Really? Change of mood for our character. Some song that's been in your head since you woke up, though you don't know why. It's going to be a long night. You get up quickly. And a few minutes later, you're outside of your studio. Night 4, baby. Yeah. Okay, so we eliminated a suspect. And we eliminated, Geraldine Zemoir. She did not strike me as the guilty type, but her friend, on the other hand, seems sus AF. Alright, guys. Oh, I can't read the newspaper? I thought it would, like, carry over and let me read the news. I should have read the newspaper. Dang it, I'm gonna have to get gas. Which is going to take profits away. No. Alright, guys. I'm gonna have to end it here because I've been on here for, I'm sure, another hour and a half. I want to thank you guys for listening. And, just remind you guys to click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I hope you enjoy this series because so far I'm enjoying it. Alright. Take care, guys.